Good morning, tribe. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Maya Luna Coração, and today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful bra or bikini top called Rio top, Rio bra, whatever you would call. You already see that this photo, this design all over the place on Instagram and Facebook. You can see that at the back is super nice. There's no track around to see how you connect it. I'm gonna show you everything step by step. Are you ready? If you're ready, let's get started. So in this project we used Alize Diva stretch yarn. I use the same color as the bikini bottom from last week. I show you the Coração bikini bottom. I will put the link for you where to get this yarn and what the number of the colors. And we will also need the hook, the same size of the hook, which is 3.5 millimeter hook, pair of scissors, yarn needle, and some of these stitch markers. So today I'm going to show you how to make this bra, which I call it Rio bra because I created when I was in Rio. I'm going to make size XS, and size XS is like 34A, 32B, 34B, and 30C. And I am a 34B, so I'm going to demonstrate this size for you. But when you get the written pattern, you get all sizes from XXS to XL. So to start, we're going to start with the band. The band where we're going to, for this size, we're going to make a slip knot and make chain of 10. For different sizes, you make different size of the band. But also, if you're following me right now, you wanted to make your band bigger, you can make that as well. I show you what I mean by the band. So here's the band. You see the black thing under my breast, so it's the width of that band is the total of 8 half double crochet in many rows. So when you got 10 chain, then you're going to add 1 half double crochet in third chain from hook, and you're going to add 1 half double crochet in each chain across. When you arrive at the end of the row, you will have total of 8 half double crochet. And here you got 8 half double crochet. You're going to continue row 2, and row 2 is to chain 2, turn your work, and you're going to add 1 half double crochet in third chain from hook. It's like actually it's on top of half double crochet from previous row there. So you're going to add half double crochet there, and you're going to continue with 1 half double crochet in each of half double crochet from previous row across. When you get into the end of the row, you will have again 8 half double crochet. And it's pretty much how to make the band. You just have to repeat row 2 as long as the band go across your body. And this yarn is Alize Diva stretch, which has elastic, so you have to put around your body and try to see how many row you need. For my size, for my body, as you can see the picture that I showed you before, for me to get it all across my body from one end to another end to meet nicely and not too tight and not too loose, that can stay and not drop down, and it's not too tight, I have made in total of 85 rows. So you just have to try to see how much you need, and yeah, just do that. So here my 85 rows of the bands. In the video, I actually used a crochet hook to slip stitch to connect it together, but at the end I redo it and just use the yarn needle to connect both ends together. I found that way is much neater, and especially with this color and not in black, I would like it to be more neat. So I recommend you to use the yarn needle and just connect both ends together. So here the band should look something like this. After you got the band, you just put it aside, and now we're going to start with the cup, and we're going to start with chain 15. And as I say, I make the size XS, so XS we start with chain 15 plus 2, and this plus 2 is just to build up the yarn. When you got 15 plus 2, you're going to, for the row 1, you're going to add 1/2 double crochet in third chain from hook, and 1/2 double crochet in each stitch across. And here we got in total of 15 half double crochet, and there we're going to add one more in the last chain space, one more half double crochet, and now we have 16. We chain 1, and in the same space we add 2 more of half double crochet. This is how we increase the first row, and this is how we're gonna work backward down. You will see, I don't know how to explain into word, but you can see now we're going to work down in the other side and down to the beginning, but the other side. So after that, you're going to add 1/2 double crochet in each stitch, but from the other side, like so. So from now on, you're just gonna add only 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. You have to be very careful, especially with this yarn. It's not so easy when it's small like this, because it tend to become like, it tend to fold, and it's not so easy to crochet, but you can do it. Just like you see how I use my finger to pull the yarn to open it up a little bit more. So just make sure that you don't miss the stitch and you don't add too many. Just always count when you come down to the end of the row. This row you should have the total of 32 half double crochet. That is including the increasing half double crochet at the top, in the middle at the top, that we just did before. And this row we have 2 more stitches than it should be, because we add at the top 2 more half double crochet. This is the first row. So you have to count, and then you will see that is where we increase, and the other side. So this row we have total of 32 half double crochet. Now come row 2. Row 2, you chain 2 and add 1/2 double crochet in each stitch across. And row 2 gonna be slightly different in the increasing, but it's very easy from now on. After row 2, if you make row 2, you can make all the row after this, because it's just going to be the repeating of row 2. So as you can see here, I add 1/2 double crochet in each stitch across, and you will see when we come up to the top. And here at the top, where you're going to, now is the last stitch, in the chain space where we're going to increase, and this row we're going to increase in total of 4 more half double crochet. You see that chain space from row 1 that we have chain 1? In that chain space we add 2 half double crochet. Chain 1, and in the same chain space add another 2 half double crochet, like so. That is the increase of 4 half double crochet in this row. And now you're going to add 1 half double crochet in each stitch across downward into the beginning, the other side, into the other side I mean. And in this row you will have a total of 36 half double crochet, and from now on you're going to repeat row 2 in total of 11 row or rounds. I don't know how you can call it rounds, you can call it row. Maybe I should say it's round because it's more like a round in the turn row. It doesn't matter. So just keep in mind that every row, every round, you're going to have 4 half double crochet extra in each round. So yeah, just continue, and I will meet you when I got 11 round, and I will show you what is the next step. And here we go. After we got 11 round, you can count again to make sure that you got it right, and we're going to continue with the next rounds. So to do that, I call also row 1 again to be, not confused and to separate the design, the pattern. So from here we're going to chain 5, and you just have to remember that every time in the beginning of the round we're going to chain 5 all the time for the next round. So chain 5, and you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, 1 2, that 2 we skip, and then you're going to add 1 single crochet into the next one. And pay attention, like I said, only in the beginning you chain 5, and after that you only chain 3. Chain 3, skip 2, and 1 single crochet into the next. And this is what you're going to do. Just keep doing this until you arrive to the other side. Chain 3, skip 2, and single crochet into the next one. So come to the top here, I just add a single crochet on top of that chain space in the middle of the increasing row or increasing pattern that we did 11 rows before. And if you do that, just also make sure that when you add another single crochet in the other side is aligned, so that is balance it out, you know what I mean. Just make sure that you add the single crochet in the right opposite of the single crochet before in the chain space, like that. And now you're going to I check again if they're kind of like opposite each other, so they're in balance. And after that, you're just gonna continue by chain 3, skip 2, and single crochet into the next, like that, across, along until you arrive at the end of the round. And now here, the end of the round, you're just gonna add 1 last single crochet into that stitch. And this is how you make your next round. The round 2 is very simple. You're going to start again the same with chain 5. And with the chain 5, you're going to add the single crochet right into the first chain space. You see, there is the first chain space. You're going to add single crochet into that chain space. Now you're going to chain 3, and you're going to repeat this again. Now single crochet in the next chain space. From now on, just chain 3 and single crochet into the chain space. Like I said, only in the beginning of the row of the round you just chain 5, and the rest you just do that, chain 3 and single crochet in the chain space. And you're going to repeat round 2 for another 3 rounds, in total of 5 rounds of this design. So now you're round 2, round 3, 4, 5, just gonna repeat round 2. Now after you got 5 rounds done, you have something like this. You can already see that the cup is shaped itself to be a cup. And now we're gonna make the base of the cup. So pretty, no? This design, I really like it. Now we're going to make the base of the cup. To make the base of the cup, you're going to chain 2, and in that first chain space you're going to add 2 half double crochet. And you're going to add another 2 half double crochet into the next one. It's more like you skip the next row of the nets, you can see. But yeah, in this case you will see the obvious chain space. You're just gonna put in there. You don't trying to squeeze into the between row. Just add 2 half double crochet in the chain space. In this case you have 3 times because there's another 2 row that is very narrow. You will see when you make this piece. And now you're going to add 1 half double crochet in each of the end of the row. You see that is the end of the row, end of the row, end of the row, end of the row. You're going to add 1 half double crochet at the base of the end of the row. Make sure you don't add too many, so just keep an eye on end of the row and add there. If you get confused about 2 half double crochet before, just know that in the next design, next around, you have total of 6 half double crochet, and you can just put wherever you can. But when you have the piece in your hand, you will see that in the chain space, that is the place you can put 2 half double crochet 3 times. And here you just add 1 half double crochet in each of the base of the row. Do not put more, do not add more, because otherwise it's gonna be too big. And then just continue until you arrive until the end of the row. Then you're gonna meet with the next design again. And here, next design again, you add 2 half double crochet in that chain space. Then you see the next chain space, very obvious. Add another 2 half double crochet in that chain space. And then come the last chain space over there, add another 2 half double crochet in that chain space. Now you're done with the base of the row. And you're going to chain 1. And you're going to need some yarn for later on to sew this cup with the band. But in this case, I take so much yarn. In the end, it turned out to be too much. So I would suggest you just maybe 10 inches. It would be enough. I take a little bit too much and I feel bad. Look at that. So much yarn. So wasted. Don't take too much like me, okay? 10 inches, that will be enough. And here at the middle of your cup, on the top there, we're gonna add the slip stitch or slip knot, whatever you call. We're going to make chain of 100. This is the strap that go around our neck. And you can make more if you want, but 100 is a good number for me, so I'm making 100 chain. And you can also leave it like that. You can see that I make it in the middle, so when I pull, my strap is hold nicely, cover my breast. So you want to do like that. And you can just make 100 chain and leave it like that, or you can make like me. I do a single crochet backward down to meet with the beginning again. So when I got 100 chain, I just do a single crochet, very simple. You can make a half double crochet, you can make a double crochet, whatever you want. I am happy with the single crochet, and that's what I did. I just add a single crochet in each stitch like so, backward across until I get into the beginning again. And that's how I finish this cup. When I finish the single crochet, then I am done with this cup on this side. Although you're going to repeat everything to make another cup like this until you got the 2 cups like me, like so. And now is the time to attach these 2 cups on your band. You can see that there's a stitch markers. I already added that. I tried the band on and I see that my cup needs around 17 rows from the left to right. You know, you see the stitch marker over there. And I just make 17 rows from the band. I count the row from the band, and I'm going to attach the cup with the yarn needle. And you can see in the between row I have actually 6 rows, but at the end it was a little bit too wide, so I make it smaller. So you're just going to do what it suit you, what it fit you. Just put the band on your body, under your breast, and use the cup to see how, actually you don't need the cup, you just put the band under your breast, and then you will see from the middle of, you know, your breast, from, for example, your right breast, you will measure outside to the inside how many rows of the band that is take the space, and then you put the yarn, you put the stitch marker there. And now you're going to sew yeah, to connect, to attach this. And you can do any way possible, but make sure that you stretch out the band. You see, I try to stretch out the band as much as possible because the cup is quite long, and you will see like, oh, the band is not that long like the cup, but when you stretch it out, it will meet exactly, not exactly, sometimes you have to force a little bit, because when you wear it, you want it to be exactly at your breast. So you have to pull the band and use the stitch marker. I will show you how I did with the stitch marker. I actually add the stitch marker also in the middle and in the middle of the cup. I will show you. Here I already attached 1 cup, and I want to show you how what I mean by add the stitch marker at the middle of the cup, because I found it's much easier to do that way. So you can see 1 stitch marker one side and 1 is the other side, and in the distance is 17 rows as I said before. Then I count 17 rows, meaning I have 8. Then the number 9 there, I'm going to add the stitch marker because the number 9 there is the middle of the 17. You know what I mean? I hope it makes sense. So that is the number 9, the row number 9. So I add the stitch marker with the row number 9. I count again. I'm just a nerd. Number 9 there, and connect to the middle part of the cup. You will see that this way is kind of helping a little bit more to the cup to stay, for the cup to stay in the place. So it give you a little easier to sew the cup to the band. For me, this part is the most difficult for me because the yarn is so stretched, and I just have to make sure that it's connect nicely, so when I wear it sit perfect or great on my body, and not too tight and not too wide, not too everything. It just have to be exactly. Look, and then you have to stretch out the band and the cup. The cup is, you can see the cup is wider, and the band just have to stretch out. You see, this way it's easier. You know where in the middle it should be, like this one. And now you're going to use the yarn needle to sew the band with the cup in the way that you like. It's no particular way how to connect the cup with the band. So this is my tips to just put the stitch marker in the middle, make it easier to connect, to sew the band and the cup together. I hope this is help. Just try and see how it works for you. So here is my top is done. I still have lots of yarn hanging around, but I will just gonna fix it later on. I want to show you at the front. I told you in the beginning that I have 6 to 7 rows between the breast left and right, but in the end I fix it because 6 and 7 would be too far for me. So 3 is enough for the space. And you just have to try your top on and see how much space you need, and for me 3 is good. And here I have wove in all the excess yarns. As you can see at the front here, the legs design around the cups are so pretty. I love this bra, and the band just perfect because you can see there's no track to see at the back. Thank God I changed my mind to just sew it in with yarn needle, and this way it's much more smooth. And if you like the bikini bottom also and want to learn, just make sure you check out this video that I post for you last week. And yeah, when you're done, you put it on, take a nice picture, post on social media and tag me. If you like this video, just subscribe to my channel, kiss that like button, and I see you next time. Bye.